Every single experience I have with a man reinforces the idea that it is all men.
This is outright man-hating. Women are going their own way.
An extraordinary man is literally just an average woman.
There's a utopia that's created here and a delusion about what modern women are bringing to the table. They're not doing what they say they're doing.
If you could give a single girl some dating advice, what would you say to her?
Just bang them all.
If you're wondering or curious why young women are behaving the way that they are, it's because this is what's getting said to them. This is poisonous advice to women.
I've never met one genuinely good man.
Could it possibly, just possibly be that the problem is you? This is how you spot the damaged goods. Listen. Hello, everyone. Ooh, welcome back and welcome newbies. I love to see new people here. Everyone in the chat, go ahead. Start getting feisty. It's supposed to be a party, y'all. Just so y'all know, I was starting the show and there was I couldn't hear anyone. I was what's going on the other end? You know, I have Ben who pulls the clips for me. I'm like, I don't hear him. My husband's like, do you hear Ben? No. Turns out the mic was unplugged. Ooh, Jed's got a little bit of ditzy too. Just saying. All right. Not tech savvy. Y'all know that. All right, we're going to dig right in today to an incredible show. We're going to start with women going their own way. Have you heard this? Women are going their own way. Uh-oh, trouble's about to brew. Hit it, number one.
It's not all men, are we sure? Every single experience I have with a man reinforces the idea that it is all men. Everyone I know has a story about a man doing them dirty. Every one of your mamas has a story about being done dirty by a man. The older I get, the more I just think it's not worth it. It's not worth it to get married. It's not worth it to have kids with these people. It's just not worth it. Living with a man, seeing a man every day, going on vacation with a man, I don't know. Maybe I'm blackpilled. I don't want to do that. I'm 27 and I am such a proud advocate for all the women that came before me that didn't have the options that I have. But as someone who has the option to not get married and have children and cohabitate with a man, the older I get, the less likely it looks like it's gonna happen. And I'm proud of that. There's gonna be people in the comments saying, oh, well, enjoy your childless cat life. Thank you. I'm the first woman in my bloodline that has had that option. I don't know. Every single experience, every date that I go on, every friendship that I have with a man, it's all men. It's literally all men.
Oh man, that one's doing her family proud. Can you imagine? Now listen, this is really important to note. This is no longer just women beefing about, oh, I went on a date. This is outright man hating. I just want to be clear. These women hate men. It's outright misandry, right? She's talking about all men, not even just saying guys she's going to date. Now she's talking about male friends. You're talking about your dad, honey? Nasty. Really? Because to take a dig at what are your grandpas no good either? Really think about what she's saying. All men. All right. So this is open misandry now. By the way, all these videos stay up on TikTok. Isn't that odd? No, not really. The system is evil. So she says, oh, there's all these stories. The women have all these stories about men doing them dirty. You think guys don't have stories, honey? You think guys don't have stories about women doing them dirty? I assure you that they do. I assure you that everything you're saying, guys can come back and be like, yeah, a woman did me dirty last night. The difference is, and here is the difference, and brace yourselves because all the women now are going to be like, guys just don't gossip as much. They just don't. Guys aren't doing this all the time. They're not always calling up their friend and being like, oh my God, you can't believe what happened to me last night. This is a girl thing, right? The yapping, the constant yapping. I'm not saying guys don't share things with each other, but this constant yapping and complaining and moaning and this is a female thing, right? So that's why all the stories are so prevalently out in the landscape because women won't shut up about it, right? Okay, we all know that. Let's just be honest. So, sometimes just got to be honest, right? Guys are always afraid to be honest. They're like, oh, I'll piss off my wife. All right, let me do it for you. I'll piss off your wife. Tell her to come on in and join the show. Woohoo! All right. So she says, oh, maybe I'm blackpilled. Yeah, you are. Let's just be clear. Let's not use terms, right? Red pill, black pill. Who the hell even knows what these terms? Who cares? You hate men. Let's just say it like it is. You hate men. Okay. Then she goes on and gives this little golden nugget of she's talking like she's got all this wisdom. She's 27, right? She's like, oh, I'm going to just not get married. I don't care. I don't care about any of this. I'm just going to grow old alone. I am the first in my bloodline. Honey, you're talking like this because you're 27. You still look good, right? You feel good. You're confident. You're getting a boatload of attention, going to the club, prancing around and half naked, probably getting a boatload of attention. You got the DMs full of guys. You're 27. You just like kind of rolled out of the womb, right? Let's just be honest. Let's hear what you're saying at 37. This same girl you're going to see at 37 being like, I'm alone. And I don't know what went wrong. It wasn't me. I don't. Something went wrong down the road, and I don't. It's just the guys just aren't approaching. Right? You see a little eyes, crow's feet coming out. Right? You know what I mean? She's not going to be sounding like this. I will guarantee you that in 10 years the tone will have changed. And she says that she's proud of it. She says she's proud of this stance. So listen, guys. You need to understand that when you hear this stuff from women, you're mostly hearing it from young women, okay? When you escalate and you get into the 30s or the late 30s, you're going to be hearing a different tune. Ladies who are listening, don't let this be you, because in your 20s, you sound all cocky. I don't need a man this, men that. All of a sudden, you hit 35 and you're like, all the men are wonderful. Like you're dying to be a magnet. Only you're not. Don't let this be you. All right. We're going to go to clip number 2. And this is very important, actually, to follow clip number 1. So we're talking about a 27-year-old here who says, I don't need a man. All men are crap. I'm amazing. I can grow old alone. Okay, honey, let's see what it looks like in a couple of decades. Number 2, please. Let's roll it.
I'm 53. It has been several years. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person? I'm tired.
Okay. This is very sad, right? Very, very sad. You see a woman who's 53 years old and feeling these emotions, and it's hard to watch, right? This is what happens to that 27-year-old that we showed first. She lands like this. Only when you're 53, you're not super young going out to the club getting boatloads of attention, and you're not having every guy, every Tom, Dick, and Harry slide into your DMs, and you're not feeling cocky, and your body doesn't look like it did at 27, right? It just doesn't. And your fertility, obviously, that window has, in most cases, the vast majority of cases, with very minor exceptions, has closed. And now you are alone. You're desperate. You're confused. You're lonely. You're depressed. You're anxious. You're craving affection and love and companionship and all of these things. And I would ask you now, I'm not doing this video to mock this woman. It's very sad. But what do you think she was doing in her 20s? What was she doing at, 23? What was she doing at 28? What was she doing at 32? Was she, and I don't know her, right? But there's lots of women who land like her. And when you look back in their history, what they were doing is saying, I don't need a man. What they were doing was saying, 20s is for my career. It's me time. 20s is for me to just sample the guys out there, just sleep around or not sleep around, but flirt around or just do me. It's me time. Right. And even into their 30s. Now it's time for me to build my career and build my profession and build my identity as this working woman. Build up my finances and be independent of a man and not need a man. And you're still feeling good and you're still feeling pretty and you're still feeling attractive. Now, then you get to say 40, right? And it's harder. Because now you're competing with the 27-year-olds and the 37-year-olds and it's your fertility and there's panic. And now you've got a desperate energy, right? Because you're panicked about what's going on when you're even 43, 44, 45 and you're single and you're out there and you're like, what's happening now? Right. And you're now what are her options really? Let's be realistic. She's going to be winding up with someone who's probably either divorced and has, a wife that they divorce them or they probably divorced them if you look at the stats. he'll have grown children. Maybe that matters. Maybe it doesn't. She's not going to find someone who maybe she'll find a single guy, but if he's single at that age, a lot of people are going to say, well, in his 50s, what did he do something? What was he focused on 5 years ago or 6 years ago? Everyone always says, even if you get to your 50s, everyone's always something wrong with this person if they're single, right? It's true across the board. People ask those questions. They just do. Particular to women though, I think that women neglecting their femininity for so long and lying to themselves about what's really important to them, look what it does. Because women crave that love and affection. They crave what a family provides, what a husband provides. They crave the security and stability of a husband. They crave the companionship. They crave all of that. They want to be held. They want to share a life with someone, meaning, share your day and conversation. And they really don't do so well on their own. All of these women that you see that get older because they, did the boss babe trajectory, they're miserable and they're hurting. They're suffering inside. Is it not true? I mean, really, get in the chat. Am I right? Am I wrong? So the reason I showed this was because I wanted to parallel the 27-year-old talking point with the 53-year-old reality if someone were actually to follow that trajectory. Okay. All right. I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that like button. The channel is growing. We have a guest rolling into town in September we're going to do a live in studio interview. It's going to be cool. But I need you to hit subscribe, to hit like, and to get in the comments, to get in the chat, because it elevates us in the algorithm and it helps me, right? It helps me to book better guests. It helps the show to grow. So you're doing it, but I want you to do it more. Hit that subscribe. A lot of y'all here, you don't hit the subscribe button. Mama can see you. Ooh, imagine. What if I could see you? What are you doing right now? Uh-oh. Ooh. Okay. Number 3. Let's hit it.
The way that an extraordinary man is literally just an average woman. Oh wow, he cooks, he cleans, he communicates, he's emotionally intelligent, has a job, is reliable, amazing, best man you've ever heard of in your life, right? Name one woman you know who's not all of those things. It's because we are.
They hate men. Okay, let's stop sugarcoating it. Guys, they can't stand you. You're going out on dates with women who can't stand you on second one. They don't like you. Maybe there's a little jealousy going on for some reasons. We'll talk about that. And the text is the way that an extraordinary man is just an average woman. That's what we're talking about here. So let's talk about modern women for a minute, because there's a utopia that's created here and a delusion about what modern women are bringing to the table. We're not talking about your grandma and we're not talking about your mom. We're talking about today's women. Do they cook and clean? Or do they get offended when you suggest that part of their role as a feminine woman would be to cook and clean, or a role as a mom or a caretaker of a home, right? I'm supposed to cook it. Well, you do it. I'm not going to cook and clean. It's not the 1950s. Let's be real about how that conversation is going down. Let me ask you guys, are they reliable? Do you think they're reliable? Get in the chat. I want to see. Are they reliable? Do they have reliable loyalty? Are they reliable and dependable in terms of what they bring to the table? What's reliable about them? Nothing. What is reliable about them? Nothing. Again, we're talking about modern women, young women of today. Not reliable. Not wanting to cook and clean. Wanting, so I don't know. Can you pay for a housekeeper? It's that vibe. Not reliable. They don't want to take care of anyone but themselves, right? They want to, do their thing. I want to go to the gym, and I want to do my nails, do my hair. Got to get my hair did, right? Extensions. Got to get my eyebrows. Now they're all in their 20s doing the Botox. They look like aliens, right? Freakish aliens. Weird. I got to get my filler. And Kylie Jenner's just, they want to just do them. Selfish. What are these modern women really like? They don't want to cook and clean. They take offense if you bring it up. They're selfish. They don't want to be the kind of mom that's going to be present, right? They're telling you from I'm not going to stay home. They're boss babish. They want to do the same career climb as you, right? You ask them what they bring to the table and they say this. My new hair extensions. What else, honey? they're not reliable. They're not reliably loyal. They're cheating. They've got, all these messages in their phones from, they got all the backup guys. They're not doing what they say they're doing, right? So just be realistic about what these women act like, who these guys are facing on dates. No one wants to say the truth, so we're going to do it. That's right. All right. Let's hit number 4. This is a woman who, the other thing that you guys need to be aware of, there are women who are, intentionally trying to sabotage their dates. Number 4, let's hit it. Okay. So what that says is, I'm going to read it to you. It's just her face up close, a little too close, honey. Ooh. I'm going on a date tonight. Please give me some unhinged questions to ask him. Not like, is a hot dog a sandwich, but things that will truly make him stay awake at night. Okay, guys, this is why I tell you not to spend the money. This is why I tell you not to spend the money on date 1. These girls are treating the date like a little adventure for them, right? First of all, they are intentionally trying to freak you out because it's fun now. It's a game, right? They're not taking you seriously. They're there oftentimes, hate to say it, for the free meal, right? Because they know that too many of you are still shelling out the cash on date 1. You're not saying, let's go for a walk like I'm telling you to, but you're saying, let's go for this dinner, and you're picking them up and they go to the fancy restaurant and they get dressed up. And maybe they even get to spot their second date with somebody else in the restaurant. Think they're not doing that? They are. They are. Eyes are like this, ablaze to the left and right. They're getting a little tipsy. Sometimes, by the way, guys, they use your date. They say, I'm just going to do dinner. Right? Just dinner on the first date. I'm a good girl. I don't go out and drink. The wine at dinner, though, goes down real smooth. And then you know what they do? They leave you at bye, thank you. Walk around the block. Hello. They call their friend. Oh my God, he was so stupid. I would never do that again. Ew. But I got like this really good meal and I'm super tipsy. So where are we going? Where am I meeting you? And then they meet their friends and then they go out and they hook up with some rando that night. They got the pregame going on from the wine you paid for at dinner. So there's a lot of that. You're the pregame, right? That they're not taken seriously. And then the after party is the rando guy they meet at the bar afterward. And also they try to freak you out. This is a new thing that they're doing, where they want to see like how crazy they can be and still have you chasing them. So you'll notice you go out with these girls and sometimes it's getting a little weird, right? They tell you these weird stories, or they'll like eat in a really like unsavory way, like with their hands, or stuff weird happens on these dates, right? Where you're like, oh, she's not that ladylike, or because they say to themselves, I have all these options and he doesn't. He's really diehard to go out with me. So I'm just going to be like a crazy whatever. And I'm just going to tell my friends about it afterward and we can all laugh. And then maybe I can make another TikTok video and make fun of him. Do you see why I'm telling you not to spend the money on date 1? Listen, this is not rocket science. I don't care what anybody says, unless you have already vetted her and it's somebody that you really know and it's somebody that's a friend of a friend and it's somebody that you've already had conversations with and you feel confident that they're there for the right reason. Stop spending the cash on these girls that you meet on dating apps on date 1. It's a complete joke. They are literally there to try to just amuse themselves. You are the amusement. Like, oh, can I make fun of him? What can I get away with? How much food can I eat on his credit card? How drunk can I get to go to the after party without him? This is what's going on. Let's just be real. This is what's going on. All right. We have 2 more clips that are really good, but first I have to tell you about something. So do y'all have online passwords? Do you have passwords for you have a YouTube channel, or you have your email? You got your bank account? You got all sorts of stuff. You got passwords. I know I do. Have you ever wondered if your passwords have been compromised? If they got on the dark web, some nasty person trying to take your money? That's right, to take your money. Maybe they have your password. Well, I'm here to let you find out. I have a free offer for you today. It's a free trial. Did you hear that? A free trial. You're going to go to today's sponsor. It's aura.com/Jedediah Bila. It's going to be linked in the description as well. And you're going to go there and you're going to find out how many times your passwords have been compromised. Is it 1 time? Is it 30 times? Is it 20 times? Had someone do this the other day and write me and say, Jed, it was 25 times. I had to change all my passwords, and thank heavens I did, because I have investment accounts that were compromised and I didn't know it. Aura's going to give you a 2-week free trial. 2 weeks for free to see how many times your passwords have been compromised. Now, Aura is identity theft protection, fraud monitoring, a VPN, password management, and antivirus software. It's all in one, and it's super easy to use. I am not tech savvy at all, and I am able to use it. It monitors the dark web for your emails, your passwords, social security numbers, all that stuff, and it sends alerts right to your phone. So if somebody opens a credit card in your name, for example, and it wasn't you, you're going to get an alert to your phone. You're going to know it, so you can shut that down. You don't want identity theft happening. You don't want your finances wrecked. You don't want to have to cancel all your credit cards. It's a nightmare for your credit rating if that stuff happens. Or sends you a real-time alert, and the VPN lets you stay private and anonymous, so that you can keep your browsing history private and anonymous. Aura.com/Jedediah Bila. Head on over today. I want you to send me an email, or I want you to put in the comments, or I want you to put in the chat for the next show, did you go to Aura, and how many times were your passwords compromised? Because I'm keeping a tally. It's a free 2-week trial. You have nothing to lose. This is free. And you'd be crazy not to do it, because a lot of people are doing this now and finding out their passwords are messed up. And listen, all you got to do then is you go and change them, right? You'd be crazy not to have them on your team. I have them. My parents have them. I cannot tell you how much craziness was circumvented just by them looking out for me. All right. Number 5, we have some evil advice that is going to women. So guys, I want you to hear, what's getting said to women by some of the older generations of women and why they're behaving like they are. Number 5.
If you could give a single girl some dating advice, what would you say to her?
How old?
Let's say she's like 21.
Oh, 21. Just bang them all. Bang them all, because men are so immature that you're not gonna lock anyone down. Don't even start thinking yet about the husband stuff. But I will say, bang dudes quietly. Don't tell everybody. Shut the about it. Just go do your business. Bang girls, bang guys, bang dogs, trans, whatever you want, but keep an eye out for the good ones in your college. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep the solid dudes in your back pocket. Like, befriend them, but don't them or date them or nothing until you're kind of like older and you're ready to like settle down with a boy. And then call that guy up, like that one you had your eyes on, and then be like, what's up, dude?
So if you're wondering or curious why young women are behaving the way that they are, it's because this is what's getting said to them by the moms, the grandmas in the podcast. She's somebody's wife she's a podcaster, but I forget her name in this moment. It escapes me. So the advice is bang them all, right? Get that body count up, have your fun. You're 21. And here's the thing. She says guys are immature, because the message out there is that guys won't settle down at that age anyway, so who cares? Here's the thing, honey. When the guy wants to settle down at 30 and he knows that at 21 you were banging him all, he's not going to pick you. You've just X'd yourself out of that guy that you want, which is why she's telling them do it quietly. You can't. That doesn't work. These girls, first of all, these girls yap. They don't do it quietly. And secondly, they're dumb. So they wind up sleeping with this guy and then his friend. And then especially at college, it's like a free-for-all, right? So everyone knows who's the girl that's sleeping with everybody. And some of you guys will do it. You shouldn't. But some of you will. You shouldn't. But you do. And you're like, okay, I'm done with her now. That's right. That's it. Right? I'm not taking her seriously. She's not going to come around the bend in 5 years and I'm going to take her seriously, because I know that she was like the In-N-Out burger for me, my friend John, his friend Harry, and the basketball team. Right? So this advice to women is so poisonous, because it lets them feel that whatever they do at 21 doesn't matter. Right? It lets them feel like, oh, don't worry, you can get it out of your system. And then at 30, you can just pretend it didn't happen. It doesn't work like that. First of all, you have the damage that you accrued from being, a you-know-what. You have a damaged soul from having guys, sleep with you and not call you the next day, and having guys, treat you like a piece of meat, which is what you asked for, right? You put yourself out there like that, advertised it, asked for it, essentially, and then got damaged as a result. So now you're like 30 and you're damaged and you're bitter and you're upset and you've got, the body count of a 55, And guess what? The guys that you really want don't want you. They don't want you. So this is poisonous advice to women. And I know people will look at me and say, well, Jed, you're so tough on women. Well, listen, what's better? Is it better to tell women the truth and say, listen, you're 21 years old. Don't sleep with everyone. Don't. You will get damaged. You will feel pain. Your insides will be wrecked emotionally. And guys will find out that you're behaving like that, and that really good guy that you ultimately want will reject you for someone who wasn't behaving like that. Is that not the kinder advice, honestly? Ultimately, I'm helping you to not land in a shithole. This woman telling you to bang them all at 21 isn't helping you. You will land alone and angry and hurt and damaged and panicked if you take her advice. Also, guys, just know the game that's going on here, because they're being told to do it quietly. They won't. This will happen. Friends, they talk. This is just dumb, right? So that more often than not, it won't. But beware, because every now and then there might be a woman who does keep it quiet and she plays you for a fool, right? She comes off like the good girl. Meantime, she's, sleeping with everybody, everything that walks, right? So you have to be able to detect that body count without knowing that body count. We're going to do a video on this at some point. How to spot these red flags without even knowing, right? Because you need to have like X-ray vision, where you can decipher what this woman is about, so that if you take her out on a date and you say to her, let's say the conversation comes up of, how many, and she says, oh, I've only been with 2 guys. And you're thinking that number sounds good, but you're looking at her and you're like, something ain't adding up. Nope. You need to know, you need to have a sixth sense about these things. And what are some of the things, just to give you some insight, that you're going to want to look for? How is she dressed on date 1? Judge away. How is she dressed? Is she dressed for the dinner date to look nice and classy and sexy? Or is she dressed for the after party to be drunk and sloppy? How is she dressed? What does her social media look like? Does she have social media? What is she doing on the social media? Is she constantly, all half naked, looking for attention from anyone? How often is she on her phone on the date? Is she looking at her phone at the dinner table? What's going on there? All of those things and more. Have so many, but I don't want to ruin the ultimate video that I'm going to give you. So you need to just pay attention, and you need to be able to size women up because they'll lie, right? They'll lie. And you don't want to get caught in that trap. Do you? No. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Also, pop in the chat. Can you let me know? Do you want to see a video on that, of how to spot these things? Details. Let me know. Ooh. Okay. Last clip of the day. Oh gosh, number 6. Man alive.
I've never once met a good man. My entire life, going on almost 32 years, okay? I've never met one genuinely good man. Every single man I have encountered has done something absolutely horrific and minimized it. Every single man that I've encountered is a liar, is a perv, and does not see women as humans. Every single man that I've ever encountered is so far up the patriarchy's booty butt. They genuinely think that it's okay for them to not grow past the mental age of 12. They genuinely think that having a job is all that they need to do. I have never met a good man. Not my father, I don't consider him a good man. My brothers, really not good men. My ex, baby daddy, not a good man. His dad, horrible man. His 2 brothers, one of them is halfway decent, but still don't consider him good. His sister's husband, really shitty. All of my male family members, horrible people. All of my past male colleagues, all of my male instructors, professors, all of them are fucking horrible. Horrible. There is no such thing as a good man. And if you think you're a good man, please explain why.
Man alive. Okay, damaged. This is how you spot the damaged goods. Listen, you got some daddy issues, honey? Let's just be honest, right? Does it not seethe out of her like there's something going on with the dad, and the brothers are no good? So guys, if she's got the weird, like every guy in her life has been terrible, honey, is the problem you? Let's just all say aloud what we're thinking. Could it possibly be that if your dad's not a good guy, and you never ever met a good guy, and your brothers aren't good guys, and your sister's husbands are, all of them are bad guys, and you never met a good guy in your life ever. Your colleagues that are men aren't good guys. Could it just possibly be that the problem is you? Imagine having this level where you don't self-reflect and you don't say, ooh, could it be me, something I'm doing? Honey, who are you picking, right? Is there something wrong with you, right? Are you picking just trashy guys? Like, I mean, there are trashy guys, right? Guys in the chat, you know that. There are deadbeat guys. There are guys that aren't stand up. We showed that guy that was looking to get, he had like 5 kids and he just wanted somebody else to pay the bills for him. I mean, these guys do exist. Is it you though? Are you just picking like the worst of the worst? Because maybe there's something wrong with your judgment. It can't be that every guy she's ever encountered in her life though is bad, right? She says, oh, the pervs and these women they have a false sense of self where they think they're incredible, amazing, God's gifts to humanity. And then all guys are evil. So I want to just point out 2 more things. Number 1, there's no self-awareness in a lot of these modern women. They will not look in the mirror and say, is it me? Am I doing something to make this situation what it is? What is my role in the downfall of this relationship? Do I need to apologize? God forbid. Women never apologize. You know it. So there's something wrong there. Also, never, if you, let's just take this down a notch because this one is really nuts. But even if she says, let's say she's had 4 boyfriends and she's like, oh, they were all terrible. They were just the worst men ever. I was so wrong. Something's wrong there. I'm telling you, if she can trash everybody that she's ever dated and there's nothing nice to say, or first of all, what is she talking about her exes? They do that. So it's going to happen. You're going to be sitting there, a dinner you just paid for, and she's going to be talking about some guy she dated and you're going to be like, dear God, how do I get out? Right? It's going to happen. But if she starts trashing everybody, like everybody did her dirty, okay, no, next. Okay. That's just not the case. We all know that in relationships, things happen. And we all know, if we're being honest with ourselves, that we play a role in how it lands, right? Maybe it's somebody else's fault, 90%. But there's 10% that we could have done better, right? If we're being honest with ourselves, some women don't do that, okay? You will never get a good man is the message. She's only 31 years old. Imagine being 31 years old and having this attitude. And then you meet her and she's rancid on the inside and wants to know why you're not like, oh, you want to get married, honey? I mean, really, what guy is this woman going to attract? What guy? And that's what I'm telling these ladies. Look in the mirror. If you're man-hating, you're misandrous by nature. You're saying there's no good men. You're saying all men are pervs and cheaters and liars. And my dad is bad and my brothers are bad and the coworkers who are male are bad. What kind of guy is going to want to spend a good guy is going to want to spend 5 seconds with you? You sound like a nightmare, a man-hating nightmare. And there's too many of them like this. Y'all know it. All right. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like. Gotta hit subscribe. Everyone do it right now. We'll do it together. I don't have a computer. Let's pretend. I just did it. You guys. All right. Love you. I'll see you again soon. Spicy stuff coming up. Be ready.